Premier League Brentford vs Liverpool prediction, team news, lineups preview. With the chance to momentarily move 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League table, Liverpool travel south to face Brentford in Saturday's 12:30 p.m. kickoff at the Gtech Community Stadium. The Reds regained their rightful position at the summit by overcoming Burnley 3-1 last weekend, while the Bees eased any growing relegation fears with a 2-0 success at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Match preview. Renewing hostilities with Wolves for the fourth time in the space of 2 months. Brentford fans could be forgiven for being sick of the sight of orange shirts, having witnessed their side crushed 4-1 at Molineux in December before an agonizing FA Cup extra-time replay defeat last month. Revenge was the dish of the day in the West Midlands, though, as Christian Norgaard's close-range header propelled the Bees into the ascendancy, and after Craig Dawson's equaliser was disallowed for a marginal offside, Ivan Toney did what he does best at the other end of the field. An early injury to talismanic Wolves attacker Matheus Cunha certainly aided Brentford's Molineux mission, but Thomas Frank's men were deserved winners in game week 24 and have therefore risen above Crystal Palace into 14th place in the table, still a far cry from their top half-challenging days of old. The Bees only have a 6-point buffer to the drop zone at this juncture, although they boast a match in hand overall but one of the 6 teams below them, and Saturday's win over Wolves was especially significant from a defensive point of view, as Brentford ended a 14-game run without a clean sheet stretching back to October. Next on the agenda is snapping a dismal streak of rearguard form at the Gtech Community Stadium, where Frank's men have shipped multiple goals in each of their last 4 Premier League contests, although only one of their last 25 top-flight home games has seen the Bees fail to register themselves. That scoreless outing for the Bees came in a 1-0 loss to Arsenal, who put a minor dent in Liverpool's quadruple chances at the Emirates earlier this month, but Jurgen Klopp's side reacted to that 3-1 defeat as expected with an identical beating of Burnley in front of a record-breaking Anfield crowd. Nearly 60,000 spectators took their seats to witness Diogo Jota and Dara O'Shea cancel one another out with first-half headers, and in a contest dominated by aerial excellence. Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez both nodded in during the second period to get Liverpool back on track immediately. Klopp's crop had briefly been demoted to second place owing to Manchester City's lunchtime beating of Everton, but the departing German side once again sit 2 points clear of both the reigning champions and Arsenal in top spot, albeit having played a game more than Pep Guardiola's juggernaut. Premier League supremacy therefore remains out of Liverpool's hands at this juncture, and 14 of the 18 points that the Reds have dropped this season have come on their travels. But Klopp's scintillating attackers are yet to draw a blank on enemy territory in the current top-flight campaign. November's Anfield encounter between Liverpool and Brentford saw the league leaders stroll to a 3-0 victory. But the Bees have taken 5 points from 6 against the Reds during their Gtech Community Stadium clashes, and neither of these clubs has registered an away win over the other during the Premier League era. Team news. While Cunha's serious injury unsurprisingly dominated the post-game headlines at Molineux, Brentford's Matthias Jensen was a little worse for wear as he was taken off in the 69th minute. But the midfielder is not believed to have sustained any severe damage. The Bees should also receive a double international boost in the form of Yoane Wissa and Franco Nika's returns from the Africa Cup of Nations, the latter arriving back in the English capital with a runners-up medal owing to Nigeria's loss to Ivory Coast in the final. However, Rico Henry knee, Brian Bumo ankle, Kevin Shade groin and Aaron Hickey thigh remain unavailable, while Josh Da Silva recently sustained a serious knee injury in training and is expected to miss the rest of the season following surgery. Likewise, Liverpool's attacking ranks could also be strengthened by a returning winger this weekend, as Mohamed Salah is now back in full training following a muscular injury and should be in contention to make his comeback here. Klopp will offer the latest update in his pre-game press conference. In addition to Salah, both Alisson Becker and Joe Gomez have recovered from illness, while Ibrahima Konate is back from a ban, and Connor Bradley has also been spotted in training after missing 2 matches due to the death of his father. It is not entirely good news for Liverpool on the defensive front, though, as Trent Alexander-Arnold damaged his knee once again in the win over Burnley, and the vice-captain's latest problem is expected to keep him sidelined until after the EFL Cup final on February 25th. Alexander-Arnold is welcomed back into the infirmary by Joel Matip knee, Ben Doak knee, Stefan Bajcetic calf, Thiago Alcantara hip and Dominic Szoboszlai thigh, the latter of whom also remains a major doubt for the imminent trip to Wembley. Brentford possible starting lineup: Flecken, Collins, Mee, Pinnock, Roerslev, Janelt, Jensen, Norgard, Reguilon, Tony, Maupay. Liverpool possible starting lineup: Alisson, Bradley, Connate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Jones, Endo, Mac Allister, Hoda, Nunez, Diaz. We say, Brentford 1-3 Liverpool. No team in the Premier League has lost more points from winning positions than Brentford, 26 in the current Premier League season. While comeback kings Liverpool have taken a league-high 19 after falling behind, which points to one outcome in the capital even if Frank's side can draw first blood. The Reds' defending has left something to be desired in recent weeks. But the third time should be the charm for Klopp's team at the Gtech Community Stadium, as the Reds temporarily build up an unassailable lead in first place. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.